Coming out of high school, I learned about this thing called ROTC, and I had no U.S. military experience within my direct family, immediate family. But I said, okay, well, I'm planning on studying engineering, and I knew different services needed engineers, so I applied for both an Army, a Navy, and an Air Force ROTC scholarship. I won all 3 scholarships, and interestingly enough, the one I picked was the Air Force ROTC scholarship. So for the first 2 years there in college, I was part of Air Force ROTC. But at that time, then I was exposed to the other services, and the Marine Corps was a very, very small part of the Naval ROTC. But I got to know some of the Marine options there. They were called Marine options, and the midshipmen, and got around the Marines. And what sells the Marine Corps that's different? It's the intangibles. It's the challenge, bottom line. The mental and physical challenge, the leadership challenge, those were the big things. And then the pride of belonging. You look at it and you see the sense and you feel the sense of pride that Marines have in being Marines. So that's what attracted me to it, and then I applied for the 2-year scholarship and picked that up and made that transition. And much to my mother's chagrin, I will tell you that, she didn't want to hear that at all. Like, we're going to a Navy League school, what are you doing going in the Marine Corps? If you're in the Marine Corps, you're going to and you want to get to the top level positions, you're going to do one of 2 things. You're either going to be an infantry officer or you're going to fly. And because half the Marine Corps is involved in aviation. Most people don't realize that. So I wore glasses. I wasn't not going to be an aviator. So as an infantry officer in the Marine Corps, I had the opportunity to lead Marines at the company grade level, so infantry platoons, infantry companies, and then as a field grade officer as well in the Marine Force Reconnaissance unit. So I was in special operations for 6 of those years as a field grade officer, and was with Special Operations Command and deployed with them. And then later in different senior general staff positions, both out in the Pacific and at a CENTCOM. 1983, Marines were deployed on the ground as part of the multinational peacekeeping forces that were called in to create some stability within the city of Beirut. And at that first deployment, I was a Marine Second Lieutenant. I was a platoon commander in charge of a weapons platoon within an infantry company. So we had a certain part of the perimeter around the airfield to have defensive positions. And then we also had mission to patrol into the village. So the villages, really the suburbs of the town came right up to the airport boundary. So we conducted patrols, daily patrols, foot patrols into those neighborhoods surrounding the airport. So my role, I became kind of the operations officer, if you will, for the company, overseeing the scheduling of those patrols and then briefing and debriefing those patrols, and so collecting all those intelligence reports and so forth. So one of our sister battalions was there first, and so they had established the posture that we went in and assumed. We did a relief in place. So when we went ashore initially, our role was to help with the stability, help to bring stability back to the region. That area had been in civil war for 7 years prior to, and I can tell you the people were thrilled to be able to attempt to get back to some sort of normality.